So I'm just going to make a video why I'm king of the United Kingdom, and you'll see this. I'm going to make another one showing how I'm going to be king of the world, but with all the different monarchies. But I'm going to start way back with the Roman Emperor, and this was Antonius Pius, and you can see the resemblance to me. His successor was Marcus Aurelius. You can see the resemblance to me, and this is Hadrian. He built Hadrian's Wall. You can see he looks like me, Christian, Erik, Arne, Meyer. And this is Henry VIII. You can see that he looks like me, Christian, Erik, Arne, Meyer. I have to say this because with brain-computer interface, people are able to pretend to be me in the system. So this was Captain James Cook in Charlotte Mecklenburg-Strelitz. You can see how Captain James Cook looks like me. My grandmother's maiden name is Ivy. Well, her name is Ivy Marion Cook. And this is from Trafalgar Square. When I went there, I'm like, wow, does that ever look like me? So here's people pretending to be me at this point. Any subliminal that's added to my videos, it's to be suppressed by the Canadian government under Bill C-18. They add child porn and hate propaganda to make me not famous. And this is going to be high treason in the future. This isn't a game. This isn't a psychological experiment. And this is Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. She was the first part black queen, and she looks like my daughter. And so this is right here. You can see this looks like me right here. This is Prince Augustus Frederick, and he was born on January 27th. My grandfather, Arne Meyer, was born on January 27th. And he was Queen Victoria's uncle, and he walked her down the aisle, but I believe he had many kids with her. So once again, you can see this is Augustus Frederick, and you can see that I, Christian, Erik, Arne, Meyer, look like him. And then this is Princess Beatrice. She was Queen Victoria's daughter, and you can see the resemblance to myself, Christian, Erik, Arne, Meyer. And this is Princess Helena, and I believe she had kids with Colin Campbell. I might not have got a picture of that, but Colin Campbell was a field marshal in the British Army at that point. He was the most powerful man in the British Army when the Brits were the superpower on the planet. She was Princess Christian, and you can see the resemblance to me. And she had a son named Christian Victor. And this was another one of Queen Victoria's children. You can see this is Prince Alfred, and you can see the resemblance that he has to me. This was Queen Victoria's oldest daughter right here. You can see the resemblance to me, and she looks like my mother, Bridget Ula Meyer. And her husband, Frederick III, looks like my father, Barry John Diggins Sr. And this is Augustus Frederick on the left here, or pardon me, Augustus Victoria on the on the left here. She looks like my daughter. She's a white girl, and she looks like my daughter Kaylee, identical. And but digital impulses through the screen with brain-computer interface that they're able to make me not be able to see or say exactly what I mean. And this is the nurses at the Syria hospital. They're going to be tried for attempted regicide and high treason, which is 25 years currently in Canada for high treason. The Prime Minister is second to the King, who is sovereign, and this video is going to make me sovereign. And so that means 25 years in prison concurrently for each time they hijacked my human experience with brain-computer interface and remote patient monitoring, which isn't necessary. I never signed up for any volunteer experimentation as an adult. They may have exploited stuff when I was a child, but nothing as an adult. And they hide the fact of who I am, and they have these perpetrators play me in these systems. And you'll see as I progress through the video how I look more like King Charles's dad and grandfather than he does. And he's the current king of the United Kingdom. My half-sister lived on Princess Crescent, and my former mother-in-law gave my wife and my kids a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. And behind the Royal York, there's a Piper Street, and I adopted a dog named Piper. And this is proof of brain-computer interface and raped in the human experience. And the fact that I had a dog named Piper. Let's see, so I'll just go through here. So Empress Augusta Victoria and King Frederick, Emperor Frederick III, they had a son named William II right here, and you can see how he looks like my twin. He was the last German emperor. He's possibly my great-grandfather, my great-great-uncle, something like that. And this was George V. He was, you can see the resemblance to myself, Christian Erik Arne Meyer. And then, and this was Nicholas II, the last Tsar of Russia. You can see the resemblance to myself, Christian Erik Arne Meyer. I didn't show you his father. This is his father, Alexander the second or third. And I think it's Alexander the third. And you can see the resemblance to myself, Christian Erik Arne Meyer. And this is Edward the Seventh and his wife, Alexander of Denmark. You can see the resemblance to me for both these individuals. And so this was the Russian Empress, and you can see the resemblance to me and the women in my family. So once again, so William II looks like me, and George V looks like me. And where is it? And Nicholas II. These were the three royals that went to war during World War I, pardon me. I thought World War I, but they made me say World War II without brain-computer interface. Basically, with functioning magnetic resonance imaging, just the fact that I'm looking at my cell phone, they're able to have digital impulses and implant thoughts, implant words in my brain. All you have to do is watch any of my other videos on Christian Meyer, 1977 YouTube, and you'll see, especially within the last day or two of this video, you'll see that it is possible to implant thoughts with functioning magnetic resonance imaging. I'll just show you that real fast. So while I'm looking for this, so the fact that Canadians do violate the human experience, and they secretly put people to death. Once again, it's high treason for violating myself. I'm going to be the true king. So I'm going to survey the Canadian population, be like, hey, these people are a harm to people while they're in prison. Do you think we should put them to death? And they're always going to say yes. So attempted regicide for trying to kill me and for trying to set me up for is high treason, and you will be executed for that in the future, guaranteed. So right here, the crime against the king is historically known as high treason. So here it says, yes, fMRI signals can be used to input words, basically, for individuals unable to speak or type, translate brain activity and pattern measured by fMRI into specific words or letters, enabling communication with individuals. So they could implant words, and that's why I said in World War II instead of World War I, because William II, George V, and Nicholas II they went to war during World War I. So this proves that it's scientifically possible. And with brain-computer interface, I'll just show you right here, with brain-computer interface, particularly combined with remote patient monitoring, could potentially help patients walk. So that means they could hijack a human body. And in Canada, they have a Gauss reading, Gauss, or Tesla reading, that manipulates human movement. They rig pro sports and pro gambling based on this, and they steal my attributes. I'll just show you how they could, there's DNA transfers in between organisms, and they're able to share attributes. And I'm a victim of this because my evolutionary greatness. So I'll just show you here, television, computers, cell phones emit digital impulses in the form of electromagnetic radiation. So this proves that by looking at a cell phone, they could do this. So I'm just going through my screenshot here. I'll show you how they could, with computational medication, they could release medicine through nanotechnology with digital impulses. But here it says remote patient monitoring systems. It's technically feasible to convert a person's self-talk into text or audio speech recognition. So that means they can listen to your thoughts. And self-talk is your internal voice. So right here it says DNA transfer could be transferred to an organism, but the same organism through various mechanisms resulting in the sharing of genetic attributes. And I don't permit anybody to make me suck and them better. So ignore non-organic. There's more proof science to code brainwaves to eavesdrop on what you hear. So here with this particular search, I'm going to give a Nobel Prize for solving blindness with technology. Yes, it's theoretically possible for electromagnetic waves to be used to transmit information to nanotechnology biomolecular communication device within the brain, which could then stimulate the visual primary cortex to create visual perceptions. The concept involves using nanotechnology to interface with the nervous system, potentially restoring or enhance vision for individuals with impairments. So you can see they profile me in the Canadian system based on how smart I am. I've been the first in the world in 2 games. In Texas Hold'em Poker, I came first out of 8,000, first out of 14, over 1,400, and first out of 1,252. and I put a guy in a straight flush, and I could do math and converse at the same time. So use two different parts of my brain, my language skills and my computational skills simultaneously. So here's the screenshot I was looking for. Yes, it's theoretically possible that computational medicine could leverage digital impulses to trigger nanotechnology-based drug delivery. So you can hear me stuttering because people at the Syria hospital are out there going to go get high treason and go to prison for the rest of their life. And the best thing about it is they allow people from around the world to violate me. And in North Korea, if you do make crimes against the regime, your entire family goes to prison. So I'm going to put your entire family in prison for violating my human experience. I know exactly who the individual is. Their entire family's going to prison. So let's see. I'm just going through. So it'll just be a second. Yeah. So image merge. So I'm just going to look here. So this was George V. This was George V and me, and then this is George V's oldest son. This is Edward VIII. So you can see that I look like his twin, and he's more than likely my grandfather because he had an affinity for having an affair with married women, and my grandmother was living in England at the time when he was there. And his younger brother is George VI. You can see how he looks like my twin. This is King Charles's older, grandfather. This is King Charles's grandfather. And I'll just show you here. This is what King Charles looks like on the right, and then George VI looks like on the left. And once again, I look like his twin, and King Charles looks like they're the same ethnicity. And this is me, Christian Erik, Meyer on the right, and on the left is Prince Philip. This is supposed to be King Charles's dad. You can see that I look more like his dad than he does in this picture right here. This is why I'm going to be the true king of the United Kingdom, guaranteed. And with all the circumstantial evidence of me, once again, my half-sister lived on Princess Crescent, and I was given a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, and right behind the Royal York is Piper Street, and one block away from King Street on Yonge Street in Toronto, there's a Royal Bank, and they would make me panhandle there. And there was a Heritage Restoration Inc. Company there, and there was a guy that his name is Wade. He looked like my deceased brother Barry, and a guy that worked at the Heritage Restoration that looked like my Uncle John. So what are the chances of that with all the circumstantial evidence? How come I look like so much like these royals? And I'll just show you here with the royal wedding invitation that I had that my family went to. And so once again, Colin Campbell, and you'll see in the back of this royal wedding is most likely had kids with Princess Helena, or one of the attendees anyways. So you can see right here it says the 28th of August. And then 1871 right there. And then right here, it says Jack, Mr. and Mrs. Colin Campbell. So when I looked up online about Colin Campbell, I found out that he was a field marshal. He's born on October 20th. I was born on October 20th. My dad was born on October 20th. He died August 14th. My mom died August 13th. My first cousin, my uncle's son, was born August 14th. And Colin Campbell looks like my mom's brother and my dad and me. Right, so I have the strongest relations to all monarchs on the planet because I'm related to more Roman emperors than anybody on the planet, and that gives me claims to all thrones. I'll make a subsequent video to show I look like black kings, I look like Asian kings, I look like the king of Jordan, I look like the Saudi Arabian kings, I look like the Japanese Emperor Meiji, I look like everybody. And I won the evolutionary race. I'll show you my DNA profile right here. You know what? My mom was born, she was born in the States on a trip. But she was born in the States on a trip, but she lived in Denmark till she was 5. My dad was born in London, England, and I heard that I had German ancestry. So I expected to see Denmark, United Kingdom, and Germany on my DNA profile. But you can see it's everywhere but the white area. So I have Russia, I have Europe, I have Asia, China, India, Oceania, I have the Middle East, I have Africa, South America, North America. I'm related to everybody because being related to the Roman emperors, they made sure that I was related to everybody. Jesus and Mary Magdalene had a kid, and I'm the main descendant, so I'm related to everybody because they stacked my DNA for 2,000 years.